Hi everyone, welcome to the Michael Maloney Show. I am your host, Michael Maloney. Today with me again, co-host Jared Cunningham. What's up, Jared? How are you today, brother?
How's it going, Mike? I'm doing great. Been a crazy couple of days for me. I got a puppy, so that's been great.
Yeah. Well, you've been telling me about some... Oh, yeah, that's fun. I was going to say, sorry to cut you off. You've been working with some potential new customers, so that's exciting. Looking forward to hearing more on that.
It's been exhausting, to say the least, but you know what? Staying positive and keeping going is what's getting me through each day.
Heck yeah, you got to put that hard work in to really get the business off the ground. Every successful business does that, for sure. But no, I'm excited, Jared. Today, we're going to bring some great content to the listeners. We're going to be teaching something that I was taught by a very popular motivational speaker, life coach. Most people, if you have any interest in listening to those kind of people, you probably already know of this gentleman. But his name's Tony Robbins. I've been following him for years, but just about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I started following his footsteps with meditation and priming. And so today I just want to talk about a little bit about my routine, which I've learned through Tony and a few other people in the industry, and just what it does for me and why I do it. So you'll hear me interchange the words priming and meditation. They're basically the same thing. Meditation is a very broad term. Priming is maybe a more specific term that kind of denotes that it primes you, it gets you really excited towards the end of it. And once again, some people might say, oh, that's not what priming is for me, and that's fine. It's different for everyone, but priming is a great tool. People like Jared, myself, other business owners, a lot of the people listening to this podcast, we just get so busy in life, and we don't. A lot of times people don't take the time to stop and think about where they're at, and basically people don't stop to smell the roses. And that's in a way what meditation is, or at least the way I use it. It's just a reset, and it's a way to ground yourself and really take some time to think about where you are. So I like to do this technique, priming, during the morning hours. It's just a great time for me because it allows me to start the day with some momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful powers out there, and so if you can build it, if you can find a way to get it, do that activity. And that's where I get most of my momentum for the day in the morning, is from priming or working out. But I've found that at night still great, but not as good. But anyways, so find a time to do it. Mornings tend to be great. And a lot of my friends that also do it, they tend to do it in the morning. But essentially what meditation, this priming exercise is, I'm going to go through, and basically what I want to do is I want to go through and explain the different steps of the priming exercise. And then Jared is going to post a link in the YouTube comments and on our Facebook comments directly to Spotify. We'll look, this same recording might be on YouTube. It's a Tony Robbins recording. I didn't create it. He put it together. This is his practice. I want anyone interested in doing this priming technique to go onto this link, go into a dark room, put some headphones in, shut your eyes, and just listen to the recording. I don't use this specific recording anymore. I do the same steps that he's going to bring you through. But once you do it a few times, you might find that the guided part of the recording is almost distracting. So that's why now I just listen to music and then do the same things I'm about ready to go over. But follow the link. So first, listen to me explain all this to you. Go on, do that link, and then please reach out to us. I really want to hear back from the listeners. I'm curious to see what you get from this. So Jared, are you ready? Do you have any comments? Do you think are there any things that you're expecting, or are you curious about before I even tell you anything about it?
I am curious, but I have heard of Tony Robbins before. Yeah.
I was going to say, I hope so.
I listen to him quite a bit, and one of the things that I do is I do everything in the morning. Any of my creative thinking, creative writing, what have you, whatever, is all in the morning. That's just what works best for me. And it starts my day. I like to be able to get up, read a couple books, read my Bible, get a cup of coffee, and look at the sunrise. I mean, that's pretty much it. And then when I can go work out, I'll go work out. And I free my mind in that way on a lot of things that going on in my life to where I can be able to make big decisions and stuff. But I'm very curious to see what this could entail and keeping open-minded.
Yeah. Well, and just so you know, like on what you just said, I do that same things. I recommend just trying priming a couple times a week. It doesn't have to be every single day, but I do the same thing, similar. Get up, drink coffee, let the dogs out, go for a walk, work out. Just a great way to reset the mind. So I'm not saying that this should be the only thing people do to clear their minds or to reset, but it's a great tool on top of everything else in life. But yeah, we'll dive right in here. So the first step is breathing. So when you do the recording, Tony's going to show you this breathing technique where it's just really fast. It's almost like you're causing your body to hyperventilate. So you do 30 breaths times three times, okay? And as you do it, you bring your hands in and out. So and it causes, when you shut your eyes and you do this for about a minute and a half, you get this fuzzy feeling, and it feels really nice, and it just allows you to kind of focus on your body and what it feels like on the inside. Okay, so you do the breathing exercise, then you go through thinking about 3 different specific moments in your life that you can be grateful for. And this is where mindset and gratitude come together. If you want to have a happy life or a successful life, you have to be conscious of what you have. And that's where this priming comes in. You're thinking about what you can be grateful for. So I might think about my wife and I going on a date, or maybe me laying on the couch, kissing my wife, watching a movie, just enjoying her time. Or like, for instance, the time when my son Cal was born, the first time I saw Cal walk, with behind the walker, or the first time I cashed a really big check for my business, or just something I can be very grateful for. And then and on each one of them, it's not just a real quick thought like what I just went through. It's thinking about like when I was there, holding my wife's hand, looking at the lights in the hospital room, hearing Cal's first cries, or like the feeling of the paper opening, looking at the amount on it. Like it's going very deep into the moments and feeling as if you were there and just living that out. Okay, so you do that, which already gets the momentum going. It's like, wow, I feel great. This is awesome. I'm so blessed. My life is amazing. I'm just so fortunate to have these opportunities. Then you go through this exercise where Tony says you imagine white light coming through your scalp, going down through your body, down through your chest, through your legs, through your knees, through your feet, down into the earth, and then coming back up and going back out into the universe. And when this air comes through your head, you imagine it swirling around your head, cleaning your brain, cleaning your thoughts, cleaning your conscience of all the negative vibes, all the lies, or just any negativeness in your life. And you first think about, like what you need to heal, the people, your relationships, all that stuff. And then you start to think about your family members and the pain in their lives, and your coworkers and your friends and just everyone that you can think about. And then you think about just the people in the world, people at the gas stations, the convenience stores, just anyone you see out and about. You think about healing them and bringing joy to them. And it's just this wonderful feeling, like I'm healing, I'm bringing joy to other people, I'm fixing past bad relationships. It's just these great vibes. And so you do that for a few minutes, and then you do another thing similar to the first 3 things you're grateful for. Tony calls it three to thrive, like 3 to thrive. So you think of 3 things that you want to have happen. And you don't think about them like happening, you think about them already being done, okay? So for me, like for instance, I've thought about like my son Cal being this well-behaved boy, being respectful, walking up, holding the door for someone going into the gas station. Or I'll think about myself coming out onto a stage in front of 100,000 people with an opportunity in front of me to motivate and contribute to these people's lives through the words that are about ready to come through my mouth. Like, it's just thinking about what you want to accomplish and it already being manifested. So it's just looking into the future, and it's wonderful because it puts you on, it puts you into perspective. So it allows you to think about where you're at and realize that you're on the right path and you're working your butt up to get what you want. And maybe not even exactly the way I just said that. It just gives you the opportunity to think about what you're working your butt off to accomplish. And it allows to rekindle the fire to just, when you get done with this exercise, be so motivated that you're just, I'm going to give everything I can to everything this day. I'm going to work my butt off. I'm so freaking motivated. I realize why I'm doing it. I realize why I'm so blessed. There's nothing that's going to stop me. And that's really where the 3 to thrive comes in. And then at the very end, it's just kind of like you compile all of the things you've thought about on top of each other. Okay. So, and I love how Tony does this, how he designed it. But what he says is something along the lines of, so when you think of something, bring your hand to your chest, and as your chest hits your heart, say yes. So, and it kind of starts out slow. So, I might think my son Cal, and I'd say yes. My wife Sydney, yes. My business, yes. My family, yes. My friends, yes. All the opportunity, yes. And just as you just keep thinking about all your blessings, you just start saying yes. I might say the gym that I get to go to, yes. My awesome customers, yes. The Salvation Army for doing amazing things, yes. Yes. And then at the end of it, you're just saying yes. And it's just like, it seems corny, but you're just there and like hitting your chest. You're just so pumped up. I usually make it so that I have a really crazy like EDM, like pump up music right after that. Go through it, yes. And then I just get up and I'm like jumping around, and I have goosebumps right now just talking about it. But every single time I do this, I get goosebumps because I'm just like jumping around in the bathroom, pitch black. I end up turning the light on so I don't trip, but I'm just so freaking excited. And usually this is at like 4:35, between 4:30 and 5:30 in the morning. And I'm just jumping up, just jacked up, just ready to go, just so grounded, just grateful for what I have, so excited about everything I'm going after. And it's just the most powerful thing. I'm primed. I'm ready to freaking go. I'm ready to take the day. And when I go out to my office or when I go out to the parking lot to get in my truck and I see I have a flat tire, I'm like, who fucking cares? I'm just gonna get it fixed. That's not going to slow me down. I know where I'm going. It's just about building that momentum. Priming just builds some crazy momentum, and it's just an amazing thing. So yeah, Jared, do you have any questions or comments?
No, I like how you're hyped.
It definitely hypes me up.
I would just hate to like be the person that walks into your office one day and then sees you just in a dark room. but after you explain to me why you're doing it. But yeah, no, that's really cool, dude. I really like that. That's cool.
So it's funny you say that, walking in on me and stuff. I'm always like afraid of that happening just because I don't want to be distracted. That's a lot of the reason why I do it so early. But I lock all the doors. I lock my office door. I lock the bathroom door. I lock the door from the shop to the office, and I lock the door from the outside into the office. If someone came in, it wouldn't be the end of the world. In fact, I've done this with other people, and I actually enjoy doing it with other people, just to show them how to do it. But yeah, whatever. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. But in all seriousness, guys, I'm serious. This tool is amazing. It's one of those things where meditation takes practice. So you're going to get distracted. You're going to be thinking about those, the things you want to be grateful for, the things you want to thrive, or the things you want to seek after, and you might get distracted. But it's as you practice, as you do it more often, you'll get more out of it. You'll become more focused. It's a really, really, really powerful thing. And some people might listen to this episode or see the name of it and think, nope, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? That's for some goofy thing. Like, who's Mike for meditating? Like, he's crazy or whatever. But I'm telling you, it's one of the best tools. It resets my brain, and it's just a powerful thing. But heck yeah. So as always, I got to remind everyone, please continue to share our videos on Facebook, YouTube. Well, we're also on Spotify. Please just keep listening wherever you go to listen to your podcast. That's all I have today. So thanks for listening. Jared, do you have anything else, man?
No, I think this has been great podcast episode. And like I think Mike said this earlier before, guys, this is just one way for you to be able to enlighten your day to positive thinking. There may be another way for you to have that positive mindset. If it's getting up and going to work out for 30 minutes, or if it's, journaling in the morning, it's just one way for you to be able to start your day off on the right foot.
Heck yeah. And, just to add on that real quick, Jared, a lot of the times when I say I do this 2-3 times a week, that's not consistent. Usually it's at least 1 or 2 times. Sometimes it's none or no times per week. But when it's most important to do it is when you feel foggy, when you feel like you're in a rut, because it brings you right out, and it helps remind you of like why you're doing what you're doing, why you're putting in this hard work, why you're scheduling your schedule full, because you're trying to get the most out of life. We're not here to just become mediocre life livers. We want to get the most out of it. So in order to perform at the top, you have to do these little tricks and knacks to keep your body and your mind there to be able to keep up. You can't just become lucky, or you can't just be really smart and just be really good at all this stuff. It takes practice. It takes working out the brain, the muscles, your whole body, everything. And that's where this all comes in. So it's very useful. Highly recommend trying it out. Please let us know how it goes. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Stay tuned in. We'll see you next Wednesday. God bless.